Every few years, there's a case of child abuse or neglect that's so horrific it makes us question ourselves. Would we have noticed something or done something to change the outcome?
My first instinct as a New Yorker is to mind my business, but if I sense there's something wrong, then the kids need help.
I think people are hesitant to call, especially on a neighbor, or especially here where your neighbors are so close that what if you made a mistake?
Fear of being wrong and a desire to just stay out of it keep a lot of people from calling child welfare agencies when they see odd things.
It's really important to realize that the call that you make to the child welfare services is to protect the child. It's always the number one concern is safety of the child. And so if that's the purpose for which you're calling, you're doing the right thing, even if you're wrong about the circumstances.
Sister Nancy Downing is the executive director of Covenant House New York, the nation's largest privately funded agency serving homeless, runaway, and at-risk youth, many of whom were abused at home. She says these are things to look out for.
If there are several children that live next door, you never see them. You don't see them go out to school. You hear them, but you don't see them go out to school. You don't see them come home from school. You don't see them going out to play.
Gina Hernandez is the senior vice president of Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey. She says children who are always dirty or disheveled should also concern you. And of course, more obvious signs.
If you see unexplained welts, bruises, burns, burn marks, things like that. And then the child may explain it, but then the story either seems really, really scripted or the story doesn't seem to add up.
They don't have anybody to watch out for them. They don't have anybody to be their hero in this situation, that you really have to be the person that's going to stand up for them.
A spokesperson for New York's Office of Children and Family Services says you don't need tangible proof or even need to know for sure something's going on. If you have reasonable suspicion of abuse or neglect, call it in. In Manhattan, Elise Finch, CBS 2 News.